There have been so many computers that I have seen where the client has complained that it's so slow. The biggest reason is they're out of space. Standard rule of thumb, your hard drive, your main system hard drive, needs to always have at least 20% of the total as available free space. If you're less than that, you are going to have an issue. So what's using up this space? Click on Start, Settings, click on System. On the left, look for Storage. And on the right, you will see it'll show you apps and features, temporary files. There are more categories that you can click on. And it'll basically show you where the space is being used, depending on which one you click on. The only one here that we're really interested at this point is apps and features. Click on Apps and Features, and it'll show you all the applications that are currently installed on your computer and how much space each one is using up. If you scroll through this list, look for anything that you may not have used for a long time, like old games or Windows apps that you're no longer using. Highlight it in the list, and you can certainly uninstall it from here to clear up that space. Now, a more detailed view of where your space is being used is with a program that I use quite frequently and I install on all my clients' computers called Windirstat, abbreviated Windows Directory Statistics. So where do you get this program? In your address bar, type windirstat.net. Nowhere else should you get this program from because there are a lot of fakes out there that are full of viruses. On the left, click on Permanent Links. Click on windirstat.net on the right here for the current installer. It'll take you to SourceForge, which is the standard download service that Windirstat uses. Save the file. Once it's downloaded, run it, accept the license terms, next. You don't have to do any other changes in here. Already. Once it's loaded up on your screen, you'll see a quick overview of your individual drives in your computer. The one that you're concerned with is the drive that may be out of space. In my case, I have a lot of space. It's not too much of a problem. As soon as you select a drive in this list and you select OK, it's going to start doing a scan throughout the drive, and it'll compile a list of all the folders, and inside each folder on the top here, right here, you can expand each folder and see exactly where that space is being used. So let's just give this a second to run to completion. Already, we've seen that it's now run to completion, and it presents us this view, a graphical overview of all the individual files on our computer. I personally don't like this view, but it's up to you whether or not you like it. And on the right-hand side up top here, we actually get the file extensions and how much each file extension is using. Personally speaking, I usually go into Options, I take off the file types, and I also take off the tree map. I want to view just where the files are. So if you expand any one of the folders on the left, you can see exactly what space is being used by which folder. So if you are a user that has a lot of data in your profile and you click on your profile here, everything is ordered by the percent that it's using up. So you can see which folder is using up the most space, and you can go into there and see what program might be taking up the actual space in that particular folder. Now, if you find out that a lot of it is the WinSX folders or anything to do with Windows, please do not manually go in there and start deleting the files yourself. Rather use the disk cleanup utility that comes with Windows 10 to do anything with Windows, because you will cause irreversible issues on your computer. Once you find an actual file that you do know, for example, that you can delete, for example, if you go into the Pictures folder here, it shows you all the files. You can right-click on it. You can either explore there, which will open up Windows Explorer to that particular location, or you can delete the file to the recycle bin, or delete it with no way to undelete. In which case, that's not a problem. I just want to delete this image, and there you go. So I've cleaned up that particular amount of space on the hard drive. Really handy utility to use, so definitely keep it in mind.